thinking about normal things, right? Like getting to classes on time and remembering my locker combination. And I do think about that stuff. But they are small compared to the worry I have over whether or not I'm safe at school. As a student, this is a hard issue to handle. Our school days are being interrupted by lockdown drills, and I never really understood why. Why do I have to worry about bad things happening when I was always told that school is a safe place to be? I was in kindergarten when these drills started happening, and they caused my anxiety to become unbearable. I developed severe panic attacks at just 5 years old. This is hard to cope with in a world like this. I was so confused why we were being told one thing, but being prepared for another. I'm lucky though because I have a support system that I was able to turn and talk about what I was experiencing, but not everyone does. Even though the people around me have been so supportive, especially my teacher and my mom, it shouldn't be this way. Just last year, my worst fear happened. I was in art class when the active shooter alarm went off at my school. Locks, lights, out of sight. I started crying and bolted into the closet. Then all my friends ran in. I was crying, of course, and my best friend told me something I will always remember. Please, stop crying. You're going to give us away. Thankfully for my class, this was a false alarm. It was just a kid in the office who had accidentally pressed the active shooter alarm button. Yeah, that's actually a thing in schools now. Even though this was an accident, it was hard to hear my friend tell me that if I didn't stop crying, a shooter would find us. Once the police came and made sure we were okay, my teacher escorted me out of the class. I believed I was going to die, and all I kept thinking was, my mom, I won't ever be able to see her again. That's harsh, especially for a 10-year-old to think. I want to see a better world. I want to see a world where children don't have to walk into school hoping and praying that they will survive the day. I want to see a world where kids aren't targeted and murdered by evil people wanting to be more famous than the last shooter. I don't want my friends whose skin color is different than mine to have to be afraid of this stranger with a gun and the officer in the school who's supposed to protect them. But how do we fix this? I know I don't have all the answers, and to be honest, I feel like just taking away the guns won't solve everything. But there are so many guns available so easily in our country, and we need to keep bad or sick people from continuing to get them. Training the teachers and giving them guns is too much to ask. This is not what our teachers are for. So, I was thinking and I realized that it wasn't just about who had them and who didn't. It was also about mental health and security. We need real resources in schools to help kids who are having problems, just like I've been helped with my anxiety issues. We need the teachers, parents, and communities engaged in what the kids are going through. We also need our schools to be secure to keep dangerous people out so my generation has a chance to grow up. It might be hard to believe, but we are going to be the next leaders. We will grow up to be teachers, doctors, lawyers, police officers, and maybe even president. Without us, you won't have a new generation to make this world better. I believe it is up to us young people to make these changes because the adults, the leaders of this country, have failed us. All you grown-ups, please listen to us. I would like to end my speech with a quote from my hero Malala Yousafzai. Let us pick up our books and our pens. They are our most powerful weapons.